Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So I first wanted to break the ice and say that at Dorkaholics, we believe that there's a dork in everyone, and our job is to bring that dork out into the world. So what made you a dork growing up?
Oh, I love it. Okay, well, I would say stereotypically dorks are like really into like learning. I loved school growing up. I loved reading. I loved learning new things. Yeah, I always excelled in academics because I was like teacher's pet. I also played a lot of video games growing up and got like really, into that world. I've been to Anime Expo 4 times. I, I was a big Wizard 101 fan. That's like those are the real dorks. I that was my community. I loved that. Anyway, there's a lot of things that make me dork, but really, like, what is a dork? I feel like just people that are really passionate about what they're into, and in that by that definition, I think that we should all be dorks. That's what I
100%. Well
think.
said. So this is Zombies 4, and I know you were introduced in Zombies 2 as kind of like one of the leaders of the werewolves. Zombies 3, we discovered that there's aliens, and now we found out that there's vampires, both day walkers and night walkers.
Yeah, we just don't stop. The world keeps expanding.
What was your favorite part about working on Zombies 4 where it introduced this element of vampires? Especially because you're a werewolf and we know there's some
Yeah.
alleged bad blood between the two, but that wasn't really seen in Zombies 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of my favorite things about the Zombies franchise is it kind of takes a twist on a lot of monster mythology. And so it takes inspiration, but then it like flips it on its head in a kind of fun Disney way. And so I'll let you guys see what happens. But I will say, specifically with the vampires, they're another, you know, nocturnal creature species, and also kind of like sometimes maybe have their like fangs specifically when they're eating their blood fruit. And as a fellow fang, you know member holder, possessor, I think there are some similarities um between werewolves and vampires that Willa picks up on and kind of takes to. She's like, okay, I understand you guys. And so there's some fun moments between specifically her and the vampires. She kind of like takes them under her wing a bit. Yeah.
Willa's in the perfect place to serve as this mentor role. You've
Yeah.
been this character for the last 5 years across different movies and series, also being a voice actress.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's been just so surreal seeing how the Zombies franchise has grown and expanded and evolved over the years. And it's just truly, like, for me, um, has been the gift that keeps on giving. And I feel like a lot of people, just lovers of the franchise, feel that way as well. It's always exciting when the next thing is announced. And so we've seen them in the live action world and then the animated world. And I think one thing about the zombies world is like it knows no bounds. So who knows where it will take us in the future. But
Mhm.
yeah, as you mentioned, Willa is, I think, perfectly primed for a camp counselor position. She already is a bit of a mentor to like her pack and to others, and she is a leader, and she likes to and to protect those that she really cares about. And so I think you get to see a lot of those qualities come out in a beautiful way in this movie, but then you also get to see her be fun and kind of, big sisterly. So I'm excited for people to see that as well.
And I'm curious, not only has Willa grown, but how have you grown as an actress, like playing Willa, in all these different not iterations, but like continuing the story?
Yeah, I mean, time keeps ticking. So, I think I was 18 when I filmed the first my film Zombies 2, and I'm about to turn 25 in about a month. So yeah, it's been like a big chunk of my life too. And as people have grown up with the character, I've grown up with her as well. And I think just not only as an actor but as a person, I've grown. And so of course all of my own life experience uh, gets infused into the work that I do. And what's so cool about this movie is we obviously do have this OG older generation, and then we have the new gen, you know, the cool kids on the block, as they would probably call themselves, or actually they would probably say that that was an out of touch, outdated way of referring to them because they're way cooler than us. But it's interesting because you kind of see the juxtaposition of these two completely different generations, and you feel that when you watch the movie. They come in with their, you know, their exuberance and their excitement. It's all bright-eyed, bushy-tail for them, and for us, it's like, oh, we've done this a few times, and in those moments where you just kind of see Zed, Addison, Eliza, and Willa, you feel their maturity. You feel the experience that they've had in and out of Seabrook now, and so it's kind of cool to see those two different worlds and how they interact with each other as well.
And speaking of interactions, what was your favorite song? Just because my favorite part of the soundtrack is just like every track is just so like magnetic and appealing. So which one is your favorite?
That's a great word, magnetic. I'm pocketing that. I would say, you know, I will say one of my favorites is "Don't Mess with Us." I'm calling it now. I think it will be a fan favorite. It is, you know, it has a lot of energy. It has kind of this like it's pop and it's rock and it has this great driving beat to it. It's impossible to listen to it and not dance and, you know, nod your head to it. It's great at the gym. I've definitely hit the treadmill with it. But yeah, in the movie, it's when the daywalkers and the vampires are kind of, they're a bit fed up with each other. You know, they have their own worlds and lore and agenda, and those things at times are at odds with each other. And so they're you know, they're going at it. And we're just kind of like, guys, think about working together. Like, we're better together. And they're like, nah. So it's a really fun song. There's a lot of sick burns in it. But it's also just, I think it's so fun to watch. And Don Draco Johnson, our choreographer, that is next level choreography. I learned it. I tried it. I'm like still exhausted from doing it like once. But it really just it lights up the screen when you watch it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Chandler. Really excited to tell the rest of the world to watch Zombies 4 when it's out on Disney Plus.
Yes, tune in. We're excited. Thank you so much.